This dog was tired, overweight dog who had simply run out of time. But the woman who stopped scrolling and saw a pair of gentle eyes still holding on, and everything changed. Addison wasn't looking to rescue anyone that day. But when she found Theo on Pet Finder, a chubby little dog from Texas sitting in a Texas shelter with a harness cutting into his neck, she whispered something to herself she hadn't planned to say. "That's him. That's our boy." Theo had lost his owner to death. He had no say in what came next. The shelter placed him on the red list, which meant his time was nearly gone. The staff guessed he'd once been deeply loved, maybe too much. Years of fast food scraps and table treats had left him struggling to breathe, struggling to walk, struggling to simply exist inside a body that had grown too heavy for his frame. When Addison and her partner Brendan drove to meet him, the shelter was loud and bright. Theo barely moved. He wobbled toward them on unsteady legs, his breathing slow and thick, his eyes calm in the way that only exhausted creatures manage. Addison knelt down. She said, "Hey, good boy." His tail moved once, a single careful wag. That was enough.
Oh, okay.
The first vet visit produced a list of problems almost too long to read aloud. Bad knees, bad teeth, an enlarged spleen, medications, dietary plans, and weight goals that felt overwhelming in the parking lot on the drive home. Theo rode in the back seat with his tongue out, completely unbothered, as if none of it concerned him at all. Watching him, Addison realized that trust, in its purest form, asks nothing in advance.
Go to the...
They started slowly, diet food, gentle walks on flat ground, no more pizza crusts. Theo objected in his quiet, stubborn way, turning his nose up at the low-fat meals and vegetables filling his small, designated fridge. But Addison and Brendan held the line, day after day, meal after meal. Colorado winters were another challenge. The first time Theo's paws touched snow, he stopped walking altogether. He planted himself on the sidewalk and looked up at Addison with an expression that asked, quite sincerely, if this had all been a terrible mistake. It had not been a mistake. Slowly, the way all real things happen, Theo began to change. The weight came off in quiet increments over the following months. 14 pounds became 12, then 10, then just under 9. And as the weight left, something else arrived in its place. Theo began to bark, he began to play. He demanded belly rubs with a confidence he hadn't shown at the shelter. He actually ran, across the yard with his ears back and his tail spinning. Addison watched him and felt something catch in her chest, because she could still picture the dog who had wobbled toward her in that shelter. Theo adored Brendan with a quiet devotion that needed no performance. He followed him from room to room, watched him across the kitchen, and settled against his leg each evening as if confirming again that this was real. Addison had always kept big dogs. Theo rewrote that chapter. Some nights she sits beside him while he sleeps, his small chest rising and falling, and she whispers, "You're safe now." He opens one eye, he looks at her. He closes it again. That look says everything. Trust doesn't announce itself loudly. It arrives the way Theo did, slowly, with a single wag, asking only for patience and a little time. Rescuing an animal changes their world completely. But looking at this journey, Addison often wonders who truly rescued whom. What do you think? Let's talk about it in the comments.